Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm a little late. Having a few computer issues this morning. Uh, do a bit of a shortened session. Aloha, guys. Hope you guys in Hawaii are okay. Hope the flooding didn't get you. Oh, boy. So, in the weekend update, I was telling everybody that we're looking for 64.87 and a quarter. And we got down there. Our low is 83 half. So we've kind of doing a look below and fail. We'll see. Since we just hit that level in the last little while, it's a little early to call it a look below and fail on a daily. I am expecting more liquidation, actually. Um, I explained this in the weekend update video. I've been watching a lot of the macro stuff. Uh, the macro guys are saying the word uncertainty a lot. One thing I am certain of is inventory. So you can see now if we take out 64.87, all of the inventory from last summer until now, right, is trap long. So now there's a couple of scenarios that I'm looking at. One is we get there's the distribution, there's the distribution, there's that big flush down that we had, and a move back up. Generally, what happens is if we get a big flush down, the move up happens faster. So a lot of people have some battle scars from this March till May, right? A lot of people got caught short. Remember, we had a 500 point day, right? The S&P has never had a 500 point day, okay? Used to be a 30, 40 point day was a big thing. So a lot of people got caught short. There's not as many people short according to the macro guys, so we might not have that big move down. We might have a move down and a sideways move, and then a move down and then a sideways move, and a move down and then a sideways move. Okay, so be prepared for that. You're going to have to trade it differently. Yeah, I remember 2014, 2015, 30, 40 points was a big day. Now that's like one half hour candle, if that. Now that's like a 15-minute candle. So what does this mean for you? For those I've taught the look below and fail, the trade is still valid. You just have to wait longer for the selling to stop. The better thing to do with the look below and fail is to not just take it blind. When we are in an uptrend, you will find that that trade works really well because every dip is a buying opportunity, right? So it works really nice. But when you are in a downtrend, you have to get in and out of that look below and fail very quickly. We'll start working on some shorting. I've been talking lately a lot about taking shorts and how to spot a seller and all of that sort of thing. So we will be working on that. Okay. And Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go take a look, and these are some of the lower levels that I'm looking at on the TPO chart. And the market, once again, is just looking for the bid. We are well underneath Friday's low again. So this seems to be a common Sunday occurrence, right? So we open on a gap, go up. I told you guys we're going to probably go back and forth here, sell some product, ran out of buyers over 65.24. Soon as we took out that low, the old overnight low, all of this started falling out, and we're just waiting now. Let's see if we can move that point of control, which is 2,100 contracts up at 35. Let's see if we can move it under 6,500 here. We're letting the market find the bid. Not exactly the greatest trading environment for the buy the dip crowd. I think month end is next week, right? Yeah. Month end is Monday. Market maker month end is Tuesday. So there you have it. And quarter end. Yeah, you're right, Raj. Hey, John. Yeah, you're right, Dave. It's really have to watch out, really manage our risks. Our risk is the biggest thing. Welcome to the folks on YouTube. Thanks for being with us. And right now we're just kind of going back and forth, absorbing, liquidating inventory. I used 65, 55 and 3/4 to 61 half as our balance. And now the 8 times discount zone is 64.75 1/4. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, if you're a buyer, Terrence, at 64, 88, 89, 90, you want to be a seller here at 94, 95, 96. That just makes sense. There you go. All right. The longer term size traders, you'll be looking for 65.04. If you're still long, your danger zone is this level here at 97 and change. If it stays over 97, you can stay long. If it goes back underneath 97 and you're long, manage your risk appropriately. Right? I like making sales. All right, if I was long 92 on 5 or 10, I'd be out here. I'd take the 8 points. Right? And if you have some runners, that's fine. Just make sure you put your offers out so you're not caught asleep at the switch if it comes back down on you, right? So what does that mean? So if you're long, say 20 contracts at 64.92 to 93, sell some. Right? There's no point hoarding inventory. Seller at 65.04. Yeah, let's see if you guys, if we can get past 65.10, 65.12, you folks who are trying to go long to the 14s will be okay. See, a wholesaler will look at this and go, if I've got size here, I'm happy to sell that size here. That's good money, right? Retail will be looking for this, which is possible, but you still got to get past all these other sellers, right? So let's see. Let's see what kind of order flow comes in. Let's see what kind of customers come in. All right. Nothing wrong against holding trades longer. If you are a new trader or if you're not consistently profitable, this is the way I look at business. Now, you don't have to look at it the same way I do, but I've been doing this for 34 years. If you're long 10 contracts, let's say at a 64.93 average, and you don't take a 10-point trade, I'd fire you. But that's just me. That's just me, right? I want my traders to take their capital, buy inventory, turn it back into cash. Now let's see. If we got enough people short under 6,500, we'll be able to push up to 6509. There's a little distribution happening here. So the traders who are long 96, 97, they're selling it here. There we go. There we go. So how do you trade this if you're a larger trader? You want to put your orders out. So if you're size long here, you want to make sure that you have, you don't have one sell order here, right? You put sell orders on the way up. And if those orders get executed, you can stay long. If those orders don't get executed, well, then you know what to do. Hey, Howard, how you doing? Joining us a little late. Yeah, I didn't put the levels in the room. Sorry about that, but I did tell you about them in the weekend update video. There's that 87 quarter. Now we're going to find out how many people are short under 6,500. It's going to come down and test 6,500. And if it breaks 6,500 easily and drops under 98, there's not that many people short. You'll notice, folks, that the market's acting differently than it usually does. It's because we have more sellers now than we did when we were making a brand new all-time high every week, right? It's nice for people who haven't been able to short for a couple of years, right? Well, the last year, people who got short in, March, they did okay. But man, it took some effort. Still distributing. Lots of inventory above us. What do we have for our news cycle today? I haven't even looked. Excuse me. If you're long in the trade you planned on front running is going better than expected, would you move your stop up? You could. You definitely could. Yeah, sometimes like you go into a trade, you put in your buy, you put in your stop, you get hit. Now, me, I'd be out of the trade automatically, Terrence, because like I've told you a million times, as soon as I get filled, I put my sell order out. I put my sell orders out so I can move them around in case you don't, right? I don't trade that way, Terrence. And I've told you this about 1,000 times. You know exactly how I trade, right? So I don't trade like that, so because it leaves a lot up to chance. And how quick are you at moving your orders on the DOM? So say if you're long here and your stop is here at 64, say you're long 64.90, okay? And your stop is at 88, and it starts moving up. Now, the reason that you don't have a sell order in there is because you have no freaking clue where the hell it's going to go, right? Which means you haven't stocked out your trade. So if I was long at 92, 93, I know that there's going to be a seller here, right? So I'd have sell orders before that level, and then I'd have sell orders before this level, right? So there's no surprises. Now, I don't know. Do you understand the concept of if you're long 5 contracts here and you sell one, one, one? Are you familiar with the concept that if that sell order does not get executed, you know you have to move your sell order down? Does that make sense to you? Okay. So what most people do is they buy a position, they put in, sometimes they use a stop, they usually don't. The market jumps and they go to move their stop up, and if they fumble it, they'll get stopped out and they'll still make a little bit of money. But I just don't understand why you wouldn't want to put the sell orders out, why you would want to manually move your stop up. And folks who are long, I told you there'd be a seller at 4. Back under 98 or right back to cost basis. Right? You guys have to understand, I don't know if you guys are not listening, or maybe you're not comprehending. Maybe it's not a question of not listening, but not understanding. your trades to the long side are not going to be as good as they usually are because you have sellers. So you really want to, like, if I was long at 93 and I didn't sell for an 8 or a 9 point trade, you're leaving a lot of money on the table, right? So now when we go back up, you know that there's going to be a seller here at 6,500, right? They're right there. They're waiting for you. See? Does that make sense, Terrence? Because a lot of you guys are like, how does JJ, how do you trade so fast? Right? You're like, oh, you didn't take that trade because you were in and out of it so quick. I'm like, yeah, that was my job. Right? Because a slow trader, if you're my client and you tell me to sell 1,000,000 shares of stock and I miss that sale, you're going to be out hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. And I'll go, I missed it. That's not an excuse that people, like, people won't put up with that in business. So that's why there's urgency, right? You can't be just screwing around, right? You've got to actually, you have to be serious about the business, right? Well, yeah, as they say, there's this guy called Swiss Chris on Instagram, right? And he pretends he's like a Goldman trader, and he's like, "à la poubelle," which means throw him in the garbage, right? Yeah, you're not gonna, you have to put the orders out because the orders are telling you whether or not your trade is working. So if you're long 10 contracts here, put one out here, one out here, one out, and the market will go up, right? And you know up front what is possible is going to happen, right? That way you're not chasing the market around like a dog chasing a car, right? You're prepared. You're trading like a professional, right? Nice work, Dano. Nice work, right? Beautiful. That's that's what we want you to consider, Terrence. So we want you to 500 line. We want you to rewire your brain so you focus. And this is the thing. If you can focus on exactly what I tell you to do and do it hundreds and hundreds of times over, you're going to get there. But if you start changing things around, there's no structure to what you're doing. I don't know. I'm not trying to beat up on you. I'm just trying to, because I'm getting that question a lot, right? So the sequence of events is you put in your buy order, you put in your stop. As soon as your buy order gets hit, you put your sell order in. So it becomes like breathing, right? So in the time, like if I tell you right now, Terrence, I go 64.94 bid, 92 stop. By the time I'm finished talking, you should have those orders in. That's how quick you should be, right? Yeah, and I want you to make money, right? And my job is to steer you in the right direction and keep you focused. If you focused, it's going to make a huge difference, right? So say you were long 98. You know there's going to be a 6,500 seller. They're right there. They're showing you their sell order, right? So sell one at 6,500, one at 1, 2, 3, scale them out. Because if those orders do not get executed, then you can hit the bid and still cash out. Very simple. Very simple. There we go. Now we finally got people. Remember I was saying get them short under 6,500? We got a few, right? This move here trapped a few folks, and they all went to cover at the same time, but we still got sellers in the market. There's going to be sellers here, here, and here, all the way down because we've been trend down all night pretty much, right? So overnight inventory is going to get short, and when it does, later through the morning, we were going to look for a gap fill. And if we can't get to that 65.18 area, we might not get a gap fill. So just write that level down. And we'll just look for them to rebuild the position. It's the same thing on the daily chart. We need to take all of this expensive crap over 6,800, buy it all down here, 2, 3, 400 points cheaper, find a nice place to go sideways, wait for the news headlines to kind of calm down. Hey, trade maker, you done for the day? That's always nice. That is always nice. What do we have today? No news today. Slow news cycle. Little distribution here. Just some nice sideways action. You can catch the back and forth. That's cool. Yeah, just a little back and forth. I mean, if you zoom out on the map, on the chart, you can see all of that inventory trapped log above us, right? If I went and drew a volume profile, look, you can see it's all, that's where I drew that balance zone there. Inventory, inventory. And we want to move that and this. We want to bring that down here, buy it, so we can take it back up and sell it here. That's what we usually do. Oh, goodness. You guys have any questions? No questions? So where would you be looking for sellers next? You'd be looking for up here. I'd say right around here. That 65.10 area. There's 9 3/4. Almost. Come on. seller at 9 3/4. They're making you wait, Cisco. Hawaiian Standard Time. Right? ES is on Hawaiian Standard Time. It's no rush, bruh. Right? Yeah, there's no rush. Oh, excuse me. Come on, let's go. When does our time change, Raj? When's our time change in UK? Is it this weekend? Coming up? Is it Sunday? Oh, okay. Thank you. There we go. We're almost at 10. Oh, we're at 10. We're printing 10 and a half. 11. It's creeping. There you go. Ooh, there's that seller. There we go. Come on. I think if we could clear 11, 12, we'll be able to tag that 14. Slow creep up. Take some profits along the way, of course. Yeah, there's a little. Yeah, there's. If we get enough people short under 6,500, we'll be able to do it. But right now, definitely, that's why I've been going on and on and on and on about taking profits when you can. Bit of chop now. Folks, do you have any questions? Sorry, I've got to. I'm going to be out for a little bit. I got to. Got to go back into the doctors. You got to take the appointments when they give them out. For those of you who want to learn how to trade, who are watching us on YouTube, I invite you cordially to come into our trading room at thetradingsyndicate.org. We are having a trial. They're kind of single prints, Anton, are kind of like a gap between two candles. On the way down, there's supply. On the way up, it's a short position. Yeah, come. We've got a 3-day trial. You're not going to lose anything, right? Thanks, Tran. Appreciate that. Yeah, you're getting. I'm old now, so and I had a major heart attack in 2012, so my girlfriend insists I keep going to the doctors. Let's see, let's see. I'll give it a couple of more minutes here. I'm really curious about 14, 14, 15. Can we get over 12? Come on. Oh, it's not crispy enough yet to get over 12. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, nice. There's 12. Okay. That'll run a few stops. It's just as the thing is, Cisco, are they going to sell into it? Right? Are they going to sell into it? And the thing is, if you were a wholesaler and if you were logged 6 to 8, you'd be selling every single contract you have and then some at 12. There's also a standard deviation there, so there's going to be automatic selling. So you got to clear that level out. So, if you were long at 64.98 and you're waiting for 14 and you sell it at 12 or 11, you're still doing well. I don't use volume nodes to trade. I just look at them as position. So what I do, David, is I use this 1-minute candle chart. When the offer is going up, I'm long. When the offer is going down, I'm short. Really simple. Come into our trading room. I've done like 400 videos on how to do this. It's really, really simple. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful morning. Come check us out at tradingsyndicate.org. Look forward to working with you folks. There's your 14. There we go, Cisco. I brought you good luck. You got to send me some macadamia nuts now. Mahalo, brother. See you guys. Have a wonderful morning. We'll see you at 9 a.m. Okay? Thanks for everything. Bye for now. Mahalo.